Hey everybody, this is Chase. This is my first video. I'm excited. Beyonce does that. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I'm really excited because I'm ready to do this and I've been thinking about it for a while and here I am doing it. So hello world. There's probably going to be like 3 people who watch this, but I don't care. Okay? I'm on the internet. I'm live. Alright? Anyway, the thing I feel called to do is to talk about I wrote an article called "To Feel is to Empower." And what it really means is that we live in this paradigm right now. Well, we live in a paradigm. We have been living in a paradigm that is currently in the midst of evolving and shifting. And the paradigm that is dissolving as we speak, this is what 2012 was all about, okay, people? Like, this is what is the ascension of consciousness. It's not really we're all going to be flying out of our bodies. It's that there is a recalibration and a rebalancing that is happening. And I've actually had the privilege of, in 2012, I was in graduate school in 2012 in Flagstaff, Virginia, and my anthropology teacher, who was married to a Mayan woman, brought a Mayan shaman from Guatemala to come and speak at this like Dia de los Muertos gathering, I think, or something like that. And I was able to see this guy actually. There was a translator there, and what he said was that the shaman said that the 2012 shift of the Mayan calendar is all about the return of the feminine and the rise of the divine feminine and the recalibration of energies on the planet, which is what I completely feel. I was feeling that before that happened. And I've been feeling this in my bones, for a while. And it doesn't mean that women are going to overtake men or anything like that, because we all have feminine and masculine energies in our bodies and in our souls and in ourselves. It's just a way of labeling energy that is, one is more internal, sensitive, feminine yin, right? Like the Tao, the yin and the yang. And one is more external, driving, forceful, aggressive, right? So the paradigm that we've been living in for the past, the American paradigm, 200, 300 years, is completely yang. It is all external, pushing, forcing, doing at any cost, right? And we've been... Hey guys, check out Nico. Oh, there he goes. Anyway, so we've been in this paradigm that is like primarily yang, and it's what's been running. I mean, one could say that it's been happening for thousands of years, because it really is about the denial of the deep intuitive feeling aspect of ourself. Okay, and so. And in many ways, in yang and yin energy, the yin energy is the feminine energy. It's also the intuitive internal self, right? And I mean, in so many ways, the feminine has been denied. That is one aspect. It is feminine, it is yin, it is all these different aspects. So anyway, we're at a point in human history where things are beginning to recalibrate. And the only way to actually begin to allow oneself to recalibrate and emerge and shift one's consciousness is to begin to allow oneself to feel more. What do I mean by this? So I'll give you an example. So my I'm going to give a personal example. My ex-boyfriend was somebody that we got along on all levels psycho-spiritually, but there was a disconnect. And no matter what I did, like I had a feeling inside of me about maybe like we broke up, and I just kind of felt like it was good for us to have space to not really talk. And he wanted to be friends. He wanted to be in each other's lives. And he would come to me and really give very, very, very convincing, rational arguments, very rational arguments. And I would really be taken in by these arguments, because all I had that I was going on was a feeling. That's it. I didn't have anything else but a feeling. And so when he would start coming at me with these arguments, reasoning, Extremely persuasive, reasoning, rational arguments. So this is what I'm trying to say. He would come to me with this, and I would begin to question myself, like, completely. And I would be like, maybe I am being too harsh. Maybe we should be friends. Maybe we should be in each other's lives. And I'd start to all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, I completely gave away my power. I completely gave away the thing that I had felt, that I knew was my truth. But this is what I'm saying, is that in our culture, currently, there is no room for the truth of feeling. So you can have a feeling about something, and that is all you have, is a feeling. But when you try to come up with that feeling against rationality, when you try to use rationality against having a feeling, rationality always wins. And that's because they're two different kinds of ways of consciousness. They're two different kinds of ways of expressing energy. And so just as you cannot rationalize feeling. You can. I mean, you can say, I feel this way because of this and A, B, C, D. But when you have a feeling that you cannot rationalize, such as, this is the way that I feel and I don't know why I feel it, I just feel it, there's no room in our culture to honor that. And so what I'm talking about here today is that this is where this is the crux of what it means to become a spiritual person, is beginning to honor that feeling inside. Because so many times, time and time again, women especially, we give away our power because of that is where the intuitive space lies. And so when it comes up against reasoning, which is, we live in a primarily, our entire world around us is based on reasoning and logic and rationality. You can rationalize something, it's truth. Our entire legal system is based on this. Our entire world is business is based on this. It all has to do with thinking. We herald thinking as the pinnacle of intelligence. And in actuality, in the new paradigm, it's actually, rationality is a much lower vibration. We're going to be starting to communicate in other ways that are more intuitive, that are feeling. Okay? So my point is that when you come up against something that, like, you go somewhere, for instance, and you have a feeling about something. I mean, how many times do you know people who you I'm sure if you're watching this, you are intuitive. And you've gone somewhere and you've had a feeling about something. You just have had a feeling about something and you can't understand it and you can't explain it. And so you dismiss it. And then you dismiss it and then something happens, something bad happens that just clarifies and makes you realize that your feeling was accurate. So what I'm saying here is that we're in a place right now in human history where it is time to start allowing ourselves to honor our feelings, even if they are completely against whatever it is that we are thinking. So, okay, so let's look at another example. So a lot of times this happens in, my dog wants his ball. Hold on.